right, today we're talking accountability 101, how to hold yourself accountable for daily success on this Monday, Canadian Thanksgiving morning. Boom! Hey, there we go. Good morning, Canada. Good morning, Monday. It's Thanksgiving for those of you crushing turkey yesterday. It's time to get your ass out of bed. Yeah, it's time to get moving, time to get walking, time to roll over. Thanksgiving's done. Yeah, if you crushed it on Saturday, crushed it on Sunday, it's all over with. I know you're probably out there building big backs. It's time to put the big back aside. It's time to get ass out of bed and time to get rock and roll. And we are talking accountability one-on-one here today. How to hold yourself accountable for your daily success. Plus, our guest, Ian Tannenbaum, joining us, an ADHD coach, will share how accountability helped him build businesses and recover from a major spinal injury. And later, we're going to break down the pre-workout nutrition, what to eat to fuel your workouts with our friend Jory Jansen, joining us here for maximum energy. Stay with us today, guys. This show is packed with value. And I got a heads up, this is an explicit show. So expect raw, real, and interesting conversation as we get the day started here. I am your host. I'm Keith Bellis, diving into accountability. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you're an athlete, or you're just trying to stay focused in life. Yes, that's what we're talking about here today. Ian Tannenbaum is joining us here. He's got a journey. He's journeying from recovering from a serious spinal injury. We're going to talk about that. You're going to join us for Center Stage and get into deep dive later in the hour where we're going to unpack practical accountability strategies. Marty and John are hanging out with us for In the Gym later on this second hour. And Christina and myself are going to continue digging into the Business Athlete Manifesto in business and branding. Of course, we got Community Corner. And of course, we have the Creator Spotlight popping up as well. But before we do that, why don't we bring in the crew, Jimmy? Let's bring the crew in here. We got Johnny in black on black with the red hat joining us from Mexico. We got Christina in black on black from the Airbnb somewhere in Southern Ontario. And of course, we got our good friend, the incomparable, the original, Christopher Martin with the red shirt, red headset, less brunches, more, unless you're in Canada, less brunches, more crunches t-shirt today. What is going on, family? What's going on, team?
Speaking of Canada, you got to let everybody know that you're talking about Thanksgiving in Canada. Most people in America go, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Mm-hmm. It is true.
I think he said it.
Yeah,
I missed it if he said it.
If you're in Canada.
Figure if I missed it, there's got to be other people that missed it too.
Johnny, if we did that, we'd be here all day of what you missed.
Very true. Very true. My reek is getting different it's changing as I get older.
Hey, Nation, before we dive into the morning loop here, the first 15 unpredictable minutes of your day, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, the share button, all of those buttons you have in front of you to help us drive this show through the roof. We're going to jump into the Blue Zone scam in a few moments. Plus, some history was made yesterday that I'm pretty jacked about. I want to talk about with the team here. But let's go around the table. Johnny, you made your way to Mexico. How are you, pal?
We're good. We're settled in. We got a place here at San Felipe. It's on Baja, which is is strategically, we bought strategically here because we can get from our California house door to door in 6 hours, even when I got to stop to pee every 2 hours.
Hey, Marty, can you imagine what a road trip would be like with John Anderson?
It would be hilarious. I would love it.
Well, when COVID hit and they changed the laws in California where you can take a piss anywhere, not get in trouble. I was like, fucking perfect. Touchdown, let's go. This is all I need because I'm always running around looking for a place where nobody can see me trying to take a piss.
Hold on. They officially changed the laws in California around COVID so that you could take a piss anywhere in the state, John Anderson?
It was actually so like in let's use San Francisco as a prime example.
Yeah.
There had so much difficulty with, and don't quote me exactly, I'm just going to talk, but so much difficulty with lack of jail space when people get in trouble. So basically, you can, and it might be more than just San Francisco, but I got a buddy that lives there. So you can steal up to $900 and go to jail. You can basically, Keith, you and I could be walking down the street, walk up to a police officer, say, excuse me, sir, do you have some toilet paper? Because I got to take a dump. If we could drop down and take a dump right in front of him on the sidewalk, we wouldn't get in trouble.
What?
Yeah.
California's crazy.
Keith, America's different.
Oh, dude. So when they said, shit, you can defecate or urinate outside, I was like, look, I'm not trying to do anything wrong here. I just don't want to get in trouble for taking a piss behind a bush along the freeway. So I'm perfect. I'm happy as hell.
Actual laws.
Don't quote me, but this is the way the shit operates, whether it's a law or
I was
not,
living in Cali at the time.
Dude,
I was living in Cali at the time. He's telling the truth.
Oh, wait, would you get in trouble if you were busted for peeing?
I don't know if it was just a law. In the back in the day, you could get an indecent exposure. Who knows? If a cop wanted to get in trouble, he could get you in trouble. You know?
I'll say this. I've witnessed, when I was in Cali, I've witnessed people taking pees and poops on the sidewalk. I've witnessed it. I saw it.
Listen to this. So a buddy of mine that told me the story about taking a dump on the sidewalk, he's like, I'm a hardworking citizen. And San Francisco's not a lot of places to park. So he parks on the street. So he comes running down in his suit, getting ready to go for work. He says, trying not to step on the bum dung, as he calls it, on the sidewalk. So he doesn't get shit at his car in the bottom of his foot. Gets to his car, realizes, son of a bitch, somebody has broken into my car because the driver's window smashed through. He looks a little further. There's a homeless person sleeping in the driver's seat. The passenger seat. So they break into the driver's seat, go unlock it, go lay the seat down and go to sleep in the passenger seat. Now, here's the thing. He would get in trouble for pulling this son of a bitch, the homeless person, out of the car so he could go to work. But the homeless person somehow doesn't get in trouble for breaking into the car and going to sleep. It's fucking straight up Wild West, brother.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey, you're out with Keith, John, Marty, and producer Flynn here this morning. Morning Loop. Mornings in the lab. I'm just kind of taking.
Me and John have an episode where we just tell California stories during the pandemic.
Exactly.
Well, but here's the deal. That's why once my kids went to college, Terry and I moved out into this. We live on literally, it's the nearest town is 15 minutes away, and it's 500 people. Beyond that, it's another 20 minutes to a place where you can actually buy groceries. But where we live, we bought because of this neighborhood. It's a private neighborhood, 55 homes on a private lake. We only see who we choose to see. That's how we coped with this. Really, California got rough, brother.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely did. Good morning, Brady bro. I see you here in the comments. Good to see you here this morning. Hey, I remind you to like the comment, like the station, comment on the station, share it. Just do what you got to do to keep promoting this, baby. Good morning, Shinku. Good to see you here as well. And good to see you, Mike Fit presenter. You need more than a flower in your hair next time you go to San Francisco these days. Hey, so yesterday, history happened. Yeah, I know, Marty. I know.
Why are you laughing already, Marty?
I had to laugh at that. Keith knows exactly what I'm laughing at.
I know, Marty. I know.
I'm sorry.
I know. So yesterday, history happened, and I know we're all about accountability and help you guys reach the biggest, most audacious goals in your life. Yesterday, a massive audacious goal was achieved by SpaceX. A massive audacious goal was achieved by humanity yesterday. And I want to take a minute out of our day to share it with all of you who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you must be living under a rock. No offense, John Anderson.
Those of us that choose to live under a rock, we only pull our heads out when we want to see something. But actually, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so this is really cool. And I was at Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, sharing with all my family yesterday's nerdy Uncle Keith. You're sharing all this news yesterday. But I remember 3 years ago when Elon and the gang were talking about launching spaceships to Mars, and they're like, yeah, so one of the ways we got to get this working is get these things reusable. And he flippantly said, we're going to try to catch the rocket on its way down. People like, what? Yeah, we're going to try to catch the rocket ship with the launch pad, and that's going to be our goal. That's going to be our goal. So, nation, if you're getting out of bed today thinking about big, audacious goals, what happened yesterday is a massive, audacious goal that was achieved on its first attempt, and I think it's pretty freaking cool. Jimmy, let's run it and show it, man. Let's just have a chat about this. I'll get the vertical stream here, Jimmy.
Landing burn, 13 inches. We're now down to 3 Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now in the air.
Nicodilla has popped the booster.
This is absolutely insane. On the first ever attempt, we have successfully caught the Super Heavy booster back at the launch tower.
What an incredible view!
So I still get goosebumps with that. I just got goosebumps again for 2 reasons. Because you see the team at SpaceX cheering inside their facility, no different than a sporting event. John, Marty, Christina, right? Like these guys, these humans just jacked what jacked about what
Well, they might have. They're just so excited. They're busting nuts and they're not even touching it.
That wasn't the point. Jacked what they were trying to achieve. Jacked about what they were trying, and they achieved it. But what I found so striking is if and you listen, Christina, you're in Toronto, John, Marty, you guys have been to New York and Chicago, and I'm only bringing this up because you look at those big ass buildings that are in those cities, and then you think about what we just saw yesterday. It's hard to grab context because that big structure is in the middle of this wide open space, and then you see the rocket ship, and you can't have any structure to the size of it. But the engineering that happened in that instance, my goodness, John Anderson, it's incredible, man.
Oh. Yeah, and I got to be honest, I fucking missed the boat on that. I didn't think that was it. So I was seeing that for the first time, and that gave me some chicken skin too, bro. That was pretty next level.
That's like, so Marty, when you saw it, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, Marty, or today for the first time, but when you saw it,
first time seeing it.
Like, what did you think of that? Like, did you wrap your head around that whole thing happening?
Yeah, man, I think technology nowadays, man, it's getting crazy. And even with the bartender robot, I don't know if you saw that. I saw that this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to talk about the robots. I was like, okay, I'm up to speed, but no, dude. Yeah. Sorry, Marty. I'm so with you. I'm just blown away, brother.
Yeah, Tina.
No, it's amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah, Tina, when you saw that yesterday or today, first time seeing, what did you think?
I'm the same as you. I got goosebumps, and maybe that's the indication of the geekiness. I think.
Yeah.
The number of the number of micro things that need to happen right in order for that to occur are mind blowing.
Yes.
And then to do it on your first attempt, we all know we've done difficult things, and how many attempts does it take you to do a difficult thing?
Yeah.
The fact that they did it on their first attempt, it's wild to me. It's unbelievable.
It really is.
That thing was tipping, man. It was tipping. I was like, they better adjust that thing back quick because it's getting close to going all the way over, man. Yeah, that was crazy.
The whole thing is fascinating to me, right? So they launched that rocket ship earlier the day. So okay, we're launching the rocket ship, and in a few hours we're gonna catch it, huh? And just the whole thing is just
crazy.
It is crazy, and we started the show to help humans achieve their biggest, most audacious goals through this idea of accountability. If you looked at what happened yesterday. Is there not a better example of achieving an audacious goal through accountability? To Christina's point, when they sat back a few years ago and said, okay, we're going to do this. Like, could you imagine the to-do list to make it happen? And to Christina's point, those little micro things that had to happen in sequence and in order for that entire, like, just unbelievable, Johnny.
Be thousands of things happening at once.
Yes. Yeah, unbelievable to me. For what it's worth, nation, from Business Athlete Nation to the team at SpaceX, what an extraordinary accomplishment. But I weave it back to this because, listen, when you set your mind to something, as we saw yesterday, and we saw all those incredible engineers at SpaceX, we literally can achieve anything with humanity. So that's what I was really excited about yesterday when I saw it, and I was excited to share it with you guys here today on Mornings in the Lab. So, Jimmy, let's rock and roll over to the accountability check-in because it's that time in the show here. I'm going to flip my camera angle here. Jimmy's going to get the crew off stage. I'll take the glasses off for this one.